यस्य प्रबोधमात्रे हे देव शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। या इदं नमो दुर्गम् दुर्गे दुर्गामतिः दुर्गेश्वरी आदिशक्ति आदि दुर्गा आदि स्वामिनी आदिशक्ति आदि स्वरूपा आदिर्न अंता आदिर्यामी अंतर्यामी भूगामिनी भूस्वामिनी भूलोकिनी भू देवेश्वरी माँ महाभौमिका माँ स्वातंत्रात्मिका माँ सहदेविका माँ आरंभ्या माँ आषाढ़ मासे। ओम नमो नित्यं शुभाय शुभम शुभाय। हे देवाय देव देवाय महाराध्या महापुण्या महामोक्ष्यो महाभीक्ष्यो महाचैतन्यम महाज्ञानम महाद्वैपम महादीपम महा अचिंत्यम महाबोधम महाशास्त्रम महाकर्णवम। हे माहेश्वरी हे माँ स्वरूपा हे माँ निरूपमा हे माँ देवी हे माँ शक्ति। We bow down at the feet of Ma Durga, Ma Lalita, Ma Rajeshwari, Ma Tripura Sundari, Ma Shodashi. So many names, 1,000 names that get mentioned in Lalita Sahasranam. हे माँ हे दुर्गे हे दुखहंत्री हे रोग शोक विनाशिनी हे दुष्ट दानव विनाशिनी हे महाआरंभा प्रचुर मात्रेण यस्य प्रबोध मात्रेण जीवन मुक्तः प्रबोधते। हे माँ शक्ति हे माँ दुर्गे हे माँ शांतम हे माँ गायत्री हे माँ गायत्री हे माँ अपूर्वा हे माँ नित्या हे माँ अचिंत्या यस्य प्रबोधमात्रेण जीवन मुक्तः प्रमोदते। Today we bow down at the feet of Ma Lalita, at the feet of Shri Ma, Shri Durge, Nav Durge, Navavarna Durge। हे माँ ओम शक्ति दुर्गा शक्ति वाहिनी शक्ति रूपिणी शक्ति कारिणी शक्ति चालिनी शक्ति कामिनी। Ma is all this and Shakti itself. She is Shakti Gamini, She travels in Shakti. Whatever term you want to use for it, is Shakti energy, is Shakti force, is Shakti power. What is Shakti? When we say Shakti, what do we mean? What do we mean when we say Shakti? Shakti. Shakti. What is the meaning of Shakti? For instance, when we speak about the divine space or Akasha Marga, through which the divine Vayu or Maruta or Pavan or air travels in our nostrils, in our respiratory system, in our navel system, which is the navel, the stomach, the abdomen system, in our spinal system, in our nervous system, and it travels to all parts of the body. It reaches out to the other realms also, even to our hands and feet in an extensive way. But we feel it so directly when we talk about things like the navel, the spine, the diaphragm, the center of the lungs, the respiratory system, the nostrils, the mid-brow region. We feel it so clearly, isn't it? The eyes, the eyesight, the speech, the mukha. Through which we can suck in air and release air as well, isn't it? This is a system, this is a mechanism, human mechanism. I'm talking about a human mechanism right now. And in this human mechanism, you can feel a certain system going on. There's a certain channel. This is like a channel. Okay. And in this channel, an upward and downward movement is happening. An inward and outward movement is happening. An expansion and contraction is happening. A suction and a release is happening. Of not just air traveling through Akasha, clearing a lot of things, clearing probably a lot of things that are not desired in our body. Each time we breathe in and when we release breath, we feel more light, we feel more fresh, isn't it? And the better we breathe, the more quiet, the more calm, the more peaceful, the more stable, the more balanced, the more clear, the more blissful, the more pleasant we will feel, we will experience. It is very simple, but it has to be done the way it needs to be done. That is very important. The way, the path, the method, the implementation, the guidance, the guide, the path, the vessel, the vehicle, the tattvas or the elements involved, the mechanism, this planet, these trees that are supplying oxygen to us, the sun, everything, the sunlight, everything is so important. Even the moon and the moonlight, everything is so important to us, whether it is the day or the night. Every second is so vital. Every second is giving us vitality. Every breath cycle is giving us vitality. It can revitalize us. It can rejuvenate us. I believe the breath is like the breath is not just like and this is not just something that I believe. This is actually a fact. Breath is Punarnava. If you ask me, what is Punarnava? There are two types of Punarnava. One Punarnava is the breath. The other Punarnava is a herb which is available in abundance in the Himalayas. It is a herb. It is like a sag, round-shaped green leaves that grow on the soil. Okay. You can cook a tarkari or a vegetable out of it, or you can even wash it and chew it, or you can even prepare a powder or a churran or a paste out of it, or you can prepare it soup. Whichever way you consume it, there are different ways of consuming it, and of course there is a portion or a quantity of consuming it. But when you consume it on a regular basis, and if your diet and lifestyle is as per recommendation of the expert, then Punarnava is a herb that in its very meaning it means Punarnava, means something that makes you new again, or that can make something new again. That is the meaning of Punarnava. It is a renewer. It marks a new beginning, a new dawn, a new day, a new morning, a new sunshine. And do you remember when you wake up early in the morning, before sunrise, how it is? It is just before a new beginning. It is absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And when the sun begins to rise, it is wonderful. It's a new beginning. So these early times of the day, it's a very different time. There's a different ambience out there, isn't it? The complete environment is totally different. It is quiet, it is calm, it is peaceful. Everything is different, isn't it? So that same thing happens with Punarnava. It can start making things different for you physically, and that impacts your mind also, physically, pranically, mentally. But here we are talking about the breath. And the breath in itself is a Punarnava. And it is the greatest Punarnava. Why? Because it is always available to you all the time. Whether you want or you don't want. Whether you like it or you don't like it. Okay, whether you intend to or you don't intend to, you will anyways breathe. As long as you are alive, you will breathe. Every living being that is alive is breathing. isn't it? That is how it is. It is contracting and expanding. That is what creation and sustenance is all about. Contraction and expansion. Contraction and expansion. Inhalation, exhalation. Inhalation, exhalation. Suction and release. Suction and release. Okay? So when we release, we feel lighter, we feel fresher. We feel lighter, we feel fresher. If we release in the right way, if we exhale in the right way, if we breathe out in the right way, the most important thing, if you ask me, is not the result or the fruit. The real sweetness, the real nectar is not in the fruit or the outcome of this practice. The real nectar or the real fruit or the real beauty of this practice is the practice itself, if you ask me. As a practitioner, I have always enjoyed the process. As a sadhak, a true sadhak is only, if you are a true sadhak only if you enjoy your sadhana. If the sadhana in itself is making you, if the process in itself is, you are enjoying the process. You are blissing in the process. You are experiencing bliss in the process itself. You are tasting nectar in the process itself. The process is your nectar. The process is your key to what? To the nectar that is there where? In the process only. The process is the nectar. And this is a process that goes on and on. If we are talking about breathing, then breathing is a process that is continuously going on. Normally, a human adult goes through 21,700 odd breathing cycles of inhalation and exhalation in a day, in 24 hours. Okay. Now, if you are more focused on your breathing, the breathing cycles may be a bit lesser. Let's say they are 20,000, 22,000. But still, they are a lot in number, isn't it? Right? Now, they can decrease further also, but let's say it has gone down to 22,000, 23,000. Let's assume. Now, so your cycle is longer than earlier. Okay. Your cycle is longer than earlier. Right? Not normal than, not longer than normal or longer than others. The moment others come into the picture, then you are not going the right way, then you are not focused. When you are focused in your sadhana, when you are really doing sadhana, there is only you there. When others start picturing in your sadhana, then you are no longer in sadhana. You have completely lost focus. You are distracted. Others will only distract you from your sadhana. Don't focus on others. If you want to do sadhana, just focus on, or any kind of meditation, just focus on this process. There is nothing else to do. The process is all that matters. There is only one thing, the process. Nothing else. And it will get finer and finer and subtler and subtler. And then it will get down to that one tattva or one element. And that is all that is there. Whatever you want to call that, it's completely fine. There is no problem. But in sadhana, it should not be like, my breathing has now become finer than others, finer than normal. What is all this? This is not the purpose of sadhana. This is not the way it is done. Why? Because this is illusion. When you are doing sadhana, you must have complete clarity and complete control. You must have complete clarity over the basics. And complete faith and surrender to those basics. And to the renderer of those basics. Let's say the Guru. The Guru is the renderer of the basics. Or the Brahma Tattva is the renderer of the basics, whatever you want to call it. Now, you must have complete surrender. You must have complete faith in it. And what are those basics? The basic is that the focus and facts like these things, that in your sadhana there is just you. And the moment you start thinking about these things or start thinking in this direction, then you are totally distracted. Then you have to understand that I am distracted and I need to focus. Okay, that's all that it is then. That I need to get back to focus. So how do I need to go back to focus? Now you can either ask your Guru, how do I get my focus back? Or you get back to your sadhana. This time with full faith and full surrender to the basics. That there is just one thing. Let's not start making comparisons. Because this you, me, he, she, this, that business is not the business of sadhaks. It is the business of, let's say, jealousy, greed, hate, anger, lust, etc. There are lots of aspects like these things. So these things have got nothing to do with sadhana. When you're coming to sadhana, you must be very clear that I don't want these things, I want this thing. These are some things that I want to leave. That is why we want to do sadhana, isn't it? We don't want to do sadhana because we want to be a greedy person. because we want to be a lustful person, because we want to be an angry person, or because we want to be a jealous person, or something else like that, or a very egoistic person, or something like that, okay, or a very attached person, something like that, or a person full of hatred, or this and that, okay. Now, those people who want to leave these things behind, because they have seen the world, they have seen it, they have seen all of this, they have seen it all, they have gone through it all, they have experienced it all, they have had enough of this. Now they are fed up of all this. They are fed up of their own nonsense. They are not fed up of the nonsense of the world. They are fed up of their own nonsense. Let's say the day when I have the realization that I am fed up of being jealous. I am fed up of having jealousy, of having greed, of having anger, of anything like that. When you get fed up of these things, you decide you don't want it. You want freedom. You want freedom from these things, right? Right? This is what is binding you. You need liberation. But liberation is not that easy. Liberation does not come at the snap of a finger. Liberation will not come just because one fine day or one fine moment this thought came in your mind that I have had enough of this. Now I don't want this. So you tell your mind, oh mind, get me rid of all these things. Will the mind get rid of all these things? No, it won't. It won't. It does not come that easy. These are things that keep coming back at you. It's just like the breath. It will keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back, whether you want it or you don't want it, because it is not even under your control. So you very soon find out, you very soon realize that, okay, I cannot stop it. Why? Because these things are not in my control. I cannot control my lust. The desires of lust that are originating inside me, I don't even know where they are originating from. I cannot uproot them because I can't even see the originating point of it. I don't know how to uproot it. I have no idea where it is coming from. I have no idea where jealousy is coming from. I just experience jealousy. I am an experiencer of jealousy. I am a vessel of jealousy. I am a vessel of acts that are a result of jealousy. I don't know where it is coming from, and I don't seem to have the power right now to remove it, just if I want to. Like, let's say, if I want to buy a Ferrari right now, a Ferrari car, let's assume. Will I be able to buy a Ferrari car? Let's assume I want to go to some place right now. Okay? Whichever place it is, let's say. Will I be able to go to that place right now? No, it is not like that. So, let's say if I want to wear a muffler right now, or let's say a muffler is like it's like a scarf. Okay. So, if there is no muffler or scarf available around me right now, Can I get it right now out of thin air? No, I can't. Nobody can. So, what is possible is possible. What is not possible is not possible, right? As simple as that. So, this is what it is, right? Om Nivedita Shambhavi Iti Shakti Nirupaya Gati Sheelam Om Iti Namo Namaha. So, my dear friends, we were talking about Bhava, we were talking about Sama, and we were talking about the Preeti, and then finally we were talking about the Sadhan or the Sadhana. Now in Sadhana we need Sadhan. Okay. Sadhana is different, sadhan is different. Sadhana means the meditation, let's say. Sadhan means the tool to meditate. Sadh means meditate. It's like a command that you either give yourself or someone gives you, or you give yourself normally. Sadh, let's focus. Now, let's close our eyes and focus. That means Sadh. Focus. Focus how? Let's observe the breath. Sadh. That is called sadhana of the breath, of the shwasa, of the vayu, of the air that is going in through the nostril and then that is getting released through the nostril. So there is sadhana, then there is sadhan, then there is sadh, and then there is sa. So sa is a very important mantra. We will discuss it in detail. And then there is sadhak or sadhu. Sadhu is the one, or sadhak is the one who is doing the sadhana, the meditator. Sadhu means a monk, the one for whom meditation is his meditation, his prayers, his chantings, his rituals, the philosophy that he is studying or he has studied and is implementing in his life, his realizations, his experiences, his daily rituals that connect him with everything that is one. And he finds oneness in everything, in a nature which is so multicolored, multifaceted. He sees a oneness. He finds a sutra that connects all of them into one sutra, into one. Sutra means string, or yes, we can call it string. So into one sutra. Sutra means something that binds everything together. Okay. So the sutra that binds everything together is Brahma. in the Vedas and in the Upanishads particularly, it has been called Brahma. This is the sutra. And the sadhaks, the meditators, even today, they are experiencing this tattva. Now, we can call it either Brahma, or we can call it Ishwar, or we can call it by any name. Okay? But according to our language. But Brahma is a very ancient name. So, here in this land, the Himalaya land, we go by the term Brahma. That sutra which is omnipresent, that binds everything together, that we see. Okay, everything. Even in your body, that thing which binds everything together is Brahma. And that thing which binds you to your body, to your mind, to your ego, to your memory, to your intelligence, to your prana shakti, to your everything, that which binds everything together, keeps everything together in one packet, so that you are able to relate with each other. The body is able to connect with the mind is able to connect with the intelligence is able to connect with the memory. Somewhere behind it there is something. There is binding everything together, a binder, a glue, something that is keeping everything together in one sutra, that binds everything in one sutra. Now that is a sutra which you can either call it an I, or you can call it a self, or you cannot just say that it is me, or this or that, because when you slip deep into advanced level of meditation, even that seems to fade away. And you go very, very deep. And that is a very high, that is a very advanced state. Let's not call it high, but it is deep. Let's call it deep. It is a bit deep. It is too serious. It has become too serious now, right? But it can be experienced. It can be experienced. And it is beautiful. So that which keeps everything tied together is that. And it's not just tying you, or it's not just tying all these facts that you call as I, a lot of things together as I. But this is also connected to, look at it, what is your I made of? It needs air, it needs oxygen. This is coming from the trees. So you're connected to the trees now, isn't it? Aren't you connected to the greenery around you? Aren't you connected to the sunlight? Aren't you connected to the moon? You are connected to everything. Aren't you connected to the soil? Aren't you connected to the magnetism or the electromagnetism? Aren't you connected to your own nucleus? Aren't you connected to the different vibrations? Aren't you connected to the sounds that are happening outside you? Like, let's say outside your body, a lot of sounds are happening. A car is going, a train is moving, a bird is, making a sound, or a child is giggling, or something like that. Anything. Somebody is playing a tabla, maybe. A tabla is like an Indian drum, let's say. It's not even a drum, it's a small instrument. So many types of sound. Sometimes even wind has its own sound. You can even listen to the sound of your breath if you observe carefully. Some people say it is a very good start. I normally say it is a very good start. And you keep meditating and you keep meditating. Keep meditating. Keep observing the same thing again and again, again and again, again and again. In, out, in, out, in, out. Keeps going on. Even if you observe, let's say, first day, you observed 108 cycles. That means you gave it 10 to 15 minutes. Next day, you decided to observe 200 to 250 cycles. You gave it 30 minutes. Third day, you decided to give it again the same amount of time. Like this, you keep giving 30 minutes. You get used to those 250 breath cycles and observing those meditating upon those 250 breath cycles, and then you will start seeing that this 30 minutes will become 45 minutes for those 250 breath cycles. It may become even more. It can go on for a long time. Gradually, the meditation will increase. 10 minutes, 15 minutes passes by very quickly. It is nothing. If you ask me, in one way, on an overall basis, I would say 15 minutes. If someone says, can I do 5 minutes of meditation every day? I would say, why are you so pathetic? Why don't you try at least 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening? This is a normal, standard response that a human being will make. Even I will make. But if you have been doing this sadhana for a long time, even 1 minute of observation can bring tremendous calmness inside you. Tremendous. You can become completely still, completely calm. A tremendous silence shall preside. Just a few seconds sometimes are good enough. The only thing is, this will only happen after you have been doing this almost every day or every day, ideally, as many times as you want. If you ask a teacher or a guru, they would say, at least do twice a day. That is standard. If you ask me, I would say, do it as many times as you want. Do it as many times as you want. Because I would only tell you what I would do or what I have done. I don't know what others have done. Why should I know? How would I know? How would I know, right? So, from my experience, in my experience or in my life, I have meditated as many times as I have wanted in just one day. Sometimes just 1 minute. Sometimes just a few seconds. Just like sometimes even 10 seconds is a lot. Sometimes 5 seconds. Sometimes a minute. Sometimes 2 minutes. For such a person, 5 minutes is a lot of time. But for such a person, 5 minutes is a lot of time. For a person like me, 5 minutes is a lot of time. In 5 minutes, I would have done a lot of meditation. In 5 minutes, I will wrap up a fantastic meditation session. I have wrapped up fantastic meditation sessions over the last couple of decades in 5 minutes. Yes. And yes, for me, in the last couple of decades, sometimes or many times, even 5 hours have been only as long as 5 minutes. It has felt like that only. It doesn't matter. 5 minutes is also long enough. 5 hours is also. It just passed by in a jiffy. It happened very quickly. 5 hours just went by. It's just like, it's not even like sleep. Sometimes all the time you sleep, you wake up, you have slept for a considerable amount of time. But in sadhana, there is so much bliss, so much bliss, so much bliss. Sometimes you just keep drinking and you keep drinking and you keep drinking and you keep drinking the nectar. And 5 hours pass by. Then you open your eyes. What? It is beautiful, isn't it? So it doesn't matter. There are cases where 5 days passed by just like that. There are cases where 5 months passed by just like that. Yes, there have been such incidents where people meditated on one stretch for a few weeks or a few months. Of course, there are fantastic cases of people who meditated for stretches of almost 15 to 20 hours every day for a good number of years. I have not done that kind of sadhana on such a regular basis, 15 to 20 hours every day. But I have done hours and hours of sadhana. Long stretches I have done, 6 hours, and these kind of stretches I have done many times. But when I see over the last 2 decades, because 2 decades is a long time, not much, because 2 decades means almost 750 days. 750 days or 700 days, whatever it is. Sorry, I'm saying 700 days. No. It's like 7,000 days, I think. Actually. Yeah. or more than that, right? And here is 360. Okay. I think I got the mathematics wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I think 7,000 days. So in 7,000 days, I think maybe there have been 10% or 5% of days, maybe at the max. But there have been long stretches also, and quite regularly. But let's not go into that direction, because that is not important. What is important, what I was trying to say is, through my personal experience, what I was trying to say was that whether it is 5 hours or 6 hours or 6 minutes, it's sometimes quantity of time is also very important, but quality is also very important. Okay. But quality will not come on day one. Okay. Quality will take time. And you should not create quality by your mind. Okay. Now this is something that you have to understand very, very minutely, I must say, or carefully. Because if you miss this learning, or if you do not understand this learning, then everything can go awry for you, or everything can go here and there for you in your sadhana, in your meditation. That is that the quality means don't create your quality in your mind. Okay, like through our mind we say a lot of things now, that we want a lot of things for ourselves, right? Don't want anything for yourself, even in that way. Don't want it like that. Like, don't create something that you want in your mind. Okay, it's called hallucination. Most people who meditate, they hallucinate. They end up hallucinating. Hallucination is not good at all. Do not hallucinate. Don't. You will only be investing your precious energy, your effort unnecessarily. You could have invested it in such a right direction, and you end up wasting your time and effort. So time and effort both are priceless, and we must make good use of the opportunity that we have right now. And the good use is that don't create these hallucinations that I am doing quality, yes, I am doing this and I am doing that and I am doing this and I am doing that. No. You should understand things the way they are, not the way you want them to be. Things are in your life the way they are, not in the way you want them to be. Don't create things in your experience or in your experience or in your sadhana the way you want them to be. But observe them the way they are. Observe. Don't create experiences. That is why focus is very important. And in order to focus, you also need an object to focus upon. So I am completely in support of yantra sadhana, mantra sadhana. I completely support mantra sadhana, but at the same time, I believe that one should, when you are doing a sadhana, a mantra sadhana, you should always stick to that one mantra only. If you keep chanting 100 different mantras or 10 different mantras, which I've seen a lot of people chant 10 different mantras in their life. 10 different mantras. Almost regularly, almost daily. Stick to one mantra. Stick to one upasana. Stick to one sadhana. Focus on that. The goal of yoga or the goal of upasana or the goal of sadhana is to focus, not to get distracted. So just one mantra. Make that mantra your mantra. Become one with that mantra. The day you become, so focus on that mantra. Whether you are chanting it loudly or you are chanting it in your mind, or you are observing that mantra in your breath. The breath one is fantastic. The mind one is also good. The chant one is also okay. That is also good. All the three, either of the three you have to do. You should do any one of the three methods. Don't do one way in the morning, one way in the afternoon, one way in the evening. It is meaningless. But quietly, if you chant in sync with your breath, then it becomes very much aligned. It becomes very much ingrained into your mind, into your body, into your pranic system. So it becomes like your Shakti, your power. It becomes like your power, your fuel. So expertise of a mantra happens by chanting it 1,000,000 times or a few million times. It does not happen just one day, I chanted a mantra 108 times, expertise will happen. No, it does not happen like that. It will happen, it will take time. First day you chanted 108 times. Or first week, first month you chanted 108 times. Second month you have to increase it. Maybe you went to 500 times a day. Right? If you are chanting 108 times, you will end up chanting more than 3,000 times in a month. If you are chanting 500 times, you will end up chanting 15,000 times a day. And if you keep increasing, then a time will come when in a few years, in a couple of years or 3 years, you will probably end up mastering the mantra. So this is mantra sadhana. It does take time. But on the way also, like let's say in a few months or in 6 months, because 6 months pass by very quickly, 3 months also pass by very quickly. You will start observing, like let's say, if you do it regularly for 3 months from now onwards, a particular mantra that is given to you, which is correct for you, which is correct for you. You should not chant any mantra that you see online or you read in a book. Because there are different types of mantras. Some mantras could be extremely powerful, or some mantras could be for a different purpose. You need to chant the mantra which can make you peaceful, which can make you calm, which you need. Because different mantras have different purposes. They have different vibrations. Different vibrations will lead to different fruits. So you need a mantra that has got, let's say if we want something for calmness, for peace, then what do we chant? Let's find out. Om Shambhu 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 Om Shambhu Om 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 So we are chanting a particular mantra in a particular way, which is Om. So in this way, there are different types of mantras and different types of chantings. The chanting of Om leads to a certain kind of stillness, a certain kind of calmness, Shanti, that is peace, Sauhardata, which is a very brotherly teamwork atmosphere, that is called Sauhardata, Mitrata, friendship, love, prem, bhav, feeling, anubhav, experience, embracement, alingan, prem, love, Om, Om, Nama, Nama, Shiv, Shiv, I, Om, Nama, Om, Nama, Shiv, Shiv, I. Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. So Om Namah Shivaya also is a very peace-giving, calm, love, embracement, brotherhood, very spiritual, very still, bring stillness. Om Namah Shivaya. So Om is a very good chant. Then Om Namah Shivaya is a very good chant. And then there are more mantras also that are there. different mantras for different purposes, for different people. Purpose is very important. What are the standard mantras? The standard mantras are different, that are meant for a particular purpose, that is all round well-being, welfare, brotherhood, spiritual progress, calmness, peace, love, embracement, more love, a certain kind of bliss, very good experience, feeling. The stillness is all that matters. The peace, the calmness, the stillness, that is what we all have been quenching for. We all have been thirsty for. Isn't it? Right? That is all we all are hungry for. We all have been seeking. So, Shambhu, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Trayambak, these are mantras that take you there. And you have to chant any of these two mantras. These four or five mantras. Om Namo Narayana is also there. Matri mantra is also there. So now any of these mantras. Now Om is one thing which is a certain in all the mantras. So Om is something that you have to chant, or you can chant anyways. It is very, very beautiful. So about Om, it is very, 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 very simple. About Omkar. Omkar. Om has got a meaning. Okay. Om itself is about it. It gives a certain kind of a freedom. So about Om, it has been written in the scriptures, Pratyaganandam Brahma Purusham Pranava Swarupam Akara Ukara Makara Iti Tane Kadha Samabharata Det Domati Yamuktva Muchyate Yogi Janma Sansara Bandhanat. So the last line, Yamuktva Muchyate Yogi Janma Sansara Bandhanat. So it is writing about mukti for a yogi, liberation. So liberation is very important. So now coming back to the subject that we were talking about. Yeah. We were talking about that we don't have to create the experience, because we have to observe what is happening. When we are meditating now, we have to observe what is happening. And we don't have to create something that we want to happen to us. We should not try to connect the dots. Sometimes we want to connect the dots because that is what we want. That is something that is in our favor, isn't it? Right? So no. We should observe things the way they are. And that is why we need the guidance of a guru. And we must always take whoever we have made our guru, whoever we believe is a true guru or is the right guru for us. we must accept we must listen to the opinion of the Guru, because these days people they want the Guru to be a yes man. You know who a yes man is? A yes man is a man who always says good things about you, who always says yes to you, who always nods his head to you, who always agrees with you. That's a yes man. In that case, you don't need a guru, you just need a servant. And even servants are not yes men these days. Nobody is a yes man. A servant means what? A servant, who is a servant these days? A servant, these days the world has become, this is not a world of gulams anymore, okay? Slaves. That is all gone. That nonsense is over. So, now this is a world in which everybody and anybody has the right to voice their opinion or to exercise their right of freedom, whatever it is. So now even a servant will do their job. Let's say if your servant's job is to cook food for you, if you have hired, then that's not a servant, it's a cook. It's not a servant. Now there's a person who is coming to do housekeeping, then that's not again a servant. Servant in the sense that of course everyone is a servant, public servant is also there, but that does not mean that, this is not in that sense. So Guru may be a servant, but in the sense that Guru is serving the mission of a spiritual mission, let's say, or a Guru is serving an ashram, or is running an ashram, or Guru is maybe serving a spiritual mission, let's say. Okay. So the mission of a very deep intelligence, let's say. The Guru is serving the deep intelligence, or the Guru is a result, the actions of a Guru, the words of a Guru ideally should be the flow of that deep intelligence, whatever comes in the flow of that deep intelligence. Now one part of it, when it comes to spiritual path, this is the Guru comes. Okay. Now for other things, there are other things. Okay. Like let's say if it's a situation of a battle or a war, then of course you should not expect your Guru to win the battle for you. For that there are other bodies, or maybe even you can try your hand at it, but there are probably agencies who are there for that purpose. The government is there for that purpose. We must trust them ideally, and they should also do their job responsibly. That's all. A guru's job is to speak to the government if required, is to speak to the people if required, on behalf of the government. Sometimes to the government on behalf of the people, sometimes to the people on behalf of the government, whichever way it is. Or sometimes to everybody on behalf of what? On behalf of nothing. Just speak, Guru must not be afraid to speak up. or to write something, It's just a message. It's just a message that we all need to be peaceful, we all need to be loving. It may seem like a very repetitive, a very bland message sometimes, but this is a fact that this is how it should be. People might be going to war, and still when in Mahavatar, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Lord Shri Krishna, did try to act as a mediator and stop the battle, but no one listened, so battle happened. Bhagavan did his job, right? So we must do our duty. Now, if nobody listens, that is different. But peace is the path, is the first path that should be taken, and the Guru always takes the path of peace. And Gautama Buddha, he also preached non-violence. Jesus Christ also preached non-violence. Mahavir also preached non-violence. Guru Nanak Ji also preached non-violence. All the Gurus have preached non-violence only. India has always walked on the path of non-violence only. But sometimes you have to defend yourself also. So self-defense is your birthright. So whether you are a spiritual person or you are a monk or you are whatever you are, even if you are a monk, self-defense is your birthright. So it doesn't mean that you are a monk, then you will not defend yourself. You should fight. If a monster is attacking you, if a wild beast is attacking you, you have to defend yourself. Okay, that is a fact. You have to defend your body. Okay, that is a fact. Just like if a dirty thought, or if an evil thought, or if a dirty thought, or if a bad thought is attacking your mind, you need to protect yourself. You need to protect your mind. You need to protect your body. Right? Through what? By going into the depth. By going to meditation. Meditation is the key, 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 is the key. Yes, my dear friends, meditation is the key, mantra is the key. It's very important. But let the intelligence, let the divinity write or create the beauty. Don't try to interfere in its work. Try to become one with it. If possible, try to try to cooperate with it. Try to become one with it, if possible. If not, then at least try to cooperate. There will be obstacles on your path. There is no doubt about that. You will face obstacles. You will face obstacles from inside. You will face obstacles from your own mind. You will face obstacles from your own habits, your own patterns that you have been addicted to your entire life. You will have to face. You will have to face them. You will have to stand up to them. That is your fight. That is your battle. That is the battle that has been depicted in the Puranas. That is the battle that is depicted in the Puranas. You will have to defeat the animal instinct, the Mahishasura inside you that keeps rising again and again and again and again. It is like Rakta Beej. Even one drop falls down, a new demon appears. So how will you fight it? So you will fight it from that, through those tools, those methods. And that method is called sadhana. And the sadhana takes you deep inside yourself. And then you are able to defeat it. And you will have to defeat it again and again and again and again. Just like the battle between Mahadurga and Mahishasura happened again and again and again and again. Mahadurga had to fight Mahishasura so many times. She defeated him so many times. And yet he was able to rise back again and again and again and again. And she kept on fighting him until she finally slayed him totally. So you'll have to keep doing that until the job gets done fully. That is what the story is all about, and that is one of the most important messages of this thing that is mentioned in this scripture of Madurga. In this the battle that happened between Madurga and the demon Mahishasura. So, right? So you have to do that same thing inside us. Okay. And if required, take the assistance of Ma. If required, why not? 100%. Ma will help you. Bhagwan Shiv will help you. Guru will help you. They have always helped you. They will continue to help you. They are always there. Always there with you. You just have to, follow that path. And that path, how to do that, how to switch those buttons on, that is shown by the Guru. So that is the Guru's job. So for that you have to go to the Guru, to go to the right Guru. And to go to the right Guru, you first have to be you first have to be a seeker. You're a seeker, you will find out the right Guru, then you ask him to show you the path. This is the path. Then that Guru will show you the Guru will show you the path. And the Guru also has to be, the Guru must be a Guru, not something else. There are lots of what is there to be said? So many things are happening in this world, so but love is the most important thing. So love is the most important thing. Very soon we will come with a very important message, probably the next message, the next video, the next audio. Please listen to it, all of you. It is very important. If you have time, otherwise it's completely okay. But thank you so much, all of you, for being so kind and being so beautiful. And I would conclude by again going back to the same point, that we all are bound in one sutra, and that is called Brahma Sutra. That sutra is called Brahma. It is a sutra of Brahma. We can call it Brahma Sutra. So we all are tied together in one sutra. You are what you think calling yourself as I, What is that? So you look at what you're thinking, that your body is I am the body. So the body is not you. The body is just one thing, and it is connected to the mind, and that to the intelligence and the prana. And so many things are there, and everything is bound together in one sutra. And then all of this is dependent on nature and the trees around, the sunlight, the soil, the moon, the planets, the galaxy, and so many other, the ecology, so many other things, the herbs, the water, the 5 elements, so many things that are important. Everything is important. Your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your memories, everything is so important. Everything is just, bound together in one sutra. If you ask a physicist, then they will explain in a different way, but they are also saying the same thing. Everything is bound. Everything is just happening so well, wonderful, and there is such balance that is getting created out of it. The physicist will also explain the same thing, but in a different language. But the explanation, both are saying the same thing, right? Yeah. Now, the physicist will explain this thing, but in order to how to experience it, that the physicist can't do. The experience of it, getting inside it, becoming one with it, that you cannot do through physics, that you cannot do through machines, that you have to do through sadhana, through meditation, okay, through mantra. There is a particular process of it. That is what has been mentioned in the Yoga Sutra by Patanjali, the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, by Bhagwan Shri Krishna, in the Tantra, and all the teachings of Bhagwan Shankar, and so many gurus have come up with these teachings, and that is the very goal of. So this is why this is being propagated for all human beings, for entire humanity, and this is being propagated for thousands of years. So it is here. It has always been here for you. It is here for you right now, this given moment in time. And it is here for you, it is here for me, it is here for everyone. And we all are bound together in one sutra, and that is called Brahma Sutra. So it is all one. So thank you so much. Pranam. Namaskar.